Welcome to the very special Thanksgiving episode of Food to Go with Steph and Ro. Today's recipe, in honor of Thanksgiving, is mashed cauliflower. And for the first time ever of Food to Go First, we are going to actually cook on our cooking show.
The ingredients you'll need are cauliflower, minced garlic, olive oil, and milk. The tools you'll need are, listen up, a cutting board, a sharp knife, a masher, a pot with a lid, a steamer, a stove, and a colander or strainer. The first ingredient we're going to work with is the cauliflower. So you'll notice Ro is cutting off all of the green stuff off the cauliflower. We're not going to utilize that for our recipe. Now, we are experts, but no one has ever offered us expert advice on how to cut the cauliflower. So, we're going to do our best. And since we only have one cauliflower, there'll be no do-overs.
So mostly I just cut off the green part, and then I just try to get rid of the stem parts as much as I can so that it's predominantly the
florets of the cauliflower.
God, you sound like an expert. That was good.
The reason why we're using cauliflower instead of potato is because of the health benefits of cauliflower. I bet you figured that. Cauliflower offers a lot of vitamin K. It is an excellent source of vitamin K, which is an anti-inflammatory, which we love. And it also has omega-3 fatty acids,
which are good for your skin.
We also love that.
Everybody loves a nice, clear complexion.
Cauliflower also helps your body detox. So it's helpful in the first phase of detox for your body. When you bring unwanted toxins in, it helps to get them all out.
Yes. And I'm still cutting.
Still cutting. Though, Ro, you're doing a really great job.
Thanks. Now you can kind of cut it up anyway because really it's all going to end up in a pot and you're going to mash it up anyway. So again, like Steph mentioned, I'm cutting off the florets and then just kind of getting rid of the base of the cauliflower. And you can cut it up into kind of small pieces, either now or once it's time to mash it. It's up to you.
Exactly.
I think that's pretty good though.
I think it looks good.
So from here, we're going to actually move over to our stove for the first time ever. So
Whoa.
Exciting. So we're going to make that move. Come
on with us.
Welcome to the stove area of the Food to Go set. Here we are next to our pot of boiling water. Yep. And I'm going to put, this is called a steamer. I'm going to put a steamer. So I've only put a little bit of water, boiling water in the bottom of it.
Inch and a half.
Inch and a half. And then you just put the steamer in it. And then we're going to go ahead and pour our cauliflower that we've already chopped up into the steamer. Now, what the steamer does, I'm just going to help her out a little bit here.
I needed help. Thanks, Ro.
Yeah, friends. Sounds good. And then once we've gotten the cauliflower in, we go ahead and put the lid on it. We're going to let it steam for a little bit. Now, the great thing about using a steamer is that it gives it the same effect as just cooking it in the boiling water, except that it helps preserve all the nutrients that we've already talked about. It keeps them more potent. Whereas if you boil it, you'll still get some of those benefits, but not at as high of a level.
It dilutes them. It's kind of like if you put too much water in something when you're making tea or Kool-Aid or something.
Yeah, that was a great example. That was a great example. So that's what the steamer is used for. You can use this recipe without the steamer, but we like to maximize the amount of nutrients we take in.
We sure do. But you don't have to. You can boil it, and we're still happy you're making mashed cauliflower.
That's true.
You'll be happy too.
You're probably going to want to boil it for a good 10 minutes. You can gauge this just based off of how soft the cauliflower is. And you need it to be a little bit soft so that you can then mash it. So we're just going to wait 10 minutes.
Once the cauliflower is finished, you're going to take your colander or strainer and place it in the sink. And then shake some of the water out. Or not. Or just maybe toss the cauliflower right on over. I'm getting a thumbs up from Ro. I think I did a good job. Then you're going to take the steamer out of there. Shake it out. Make sure there's not any cauliflower on there. Oops. One little piece. And then you're going to pour it back in the pot. Turns out I'm sort of good at that.
Okay, once you've drained out your cauliflower, you can return it to the stove, back on probably medium heat is good. And then you add a little bit of milk to it because the milk makes it more creamy. Steph and I, of course, are using almond milk because we love it.
It's very good.
It's very good. I've got my back too.
Oh.
Back to our audience. Sorry, guys.
Never turn your back on your audience,
Right?
Ro.
I'm sorry. Steph is going to be in charge of mashing, so she's going to go ahead and just start mashing like that.
So it won't be the exact consistency of what you think of when you think of mashed potatoes, but it definitely will be white. It definitely will be mashed.
And depending on how much garlic you throw in it, it definitely will be tasty. So I love garlic. So I just kind of throw ample amounts, probably like 2 spoonfuls into it.
I myself might even do it without the garlic. Not too much of a big fan.
But just so we're clear, it's way better my way. And also, garlic has no calories in it. Did you know that? 0 calories, so much taste, no calories in it. So
Probably because it doesn't taste very good.
it tastes amazing. This is my recipe. And then we're also going to add a little bit of olive oil into the mix. So you could probably measure out like a teaspoon or something, but I like to just use a capful because it's easier. So once we've spent some time mashing, mixing it up, the garlic and getting the cauliflower into little pieces, then we'll just let it sit for a few minutes to fully absorb the milk that we put into it to make it a little bit creamier. And then your mashed cauliflower will be ready for Thanksgiving dinner.
This is what our final product looks like.
It's pretty good, Ro. See? While this tastes great to eat on our own or just the 2 of us, I know it'll taste even better when we enjoy it with our family and friends.
From our family to yours.
Happy Thanksgiving! What's going to happen? You're going to say, Leslie's going to say, from our family to yours, and we're all going to say, Happy Thanksgiving! Do you think we should say Happy Thanksgiving in one way or at the same time?
No, at the same time.